or even American, Canadian, North American, look around us and look at that. Just look at that. This is where they got it from. Intertwined with the hybrid. All my Spanish friends them. This is Spain, the Spanish coast. I can see the aircraft is just waiting to depart, perhaps to get into a sunny section of the world. Hopefully that's where I'm looking to go. It's a beautiful day with grey skies and all that stuff. Anyway, it is what it is. It's called European weather, European seasonal weather. So I descend down the steps. Further down the steps, we have people in front of me. So the gate today is number 48. People just walking in anticipation because, you know, it's a very, very busy time of the day as well, because people are, I would say travelers more likely, are trying to move around the airport. Some of them are slightly behind their time schedule, so there's a bit of a rush. I don't need to rush this morning because obviously I've left quite early. So look at that. So we're going through gate 40, 50, 59, not 50, 59, 40 to 59. Temperature feels like about 9 to 10 degrees. Hang on, let me have a check. So it's 10 degrees in London today. And I'm looking for gate number 48. Just across. As you can see, pure grayness, pure grayness. It's in the month of November now, folks. And this is normal. This is kind of a normal sight for people in the UK. I would say all of the UK. From Scotland all the way right down through London, Ireland, Wales, Northern Ireland as well. The whole UK, folks. Without a doubt. This is not the right time to come to London, especially the UK. And I have to say the UK because it's everything. It's the whole country. or I would say countries or group of countries inside the UK. Unless this is the sort of weather you like and you want. Okay, let's go. So we're going down and we are arriving at gate 48, so this is good. I thought it would have been a very, very, very long one. Anyway, let me get to the loo. Folks, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are in Valencia and we are in the city, deep into the city center area of Valencia. I did a video last night. It was a little night walk, wasn't for long, but I might incorporate that in this footage. It all depends anyway. I like to do night scenes different and day scenes completely different. Well, my intention is to get towards the beach. I'm gonna walk it down to the beach. It seems like it's quite close. And the beach where I'm going is, if I can pronounce it proper, is, let's see what it's called. Where was it again? I'm not quite sure what it's called, but I'll update you with it as we go along. I think it's Malvarosa, somewhere in that section. There's a few beaches down there. Well, there's a one stretch of beach with different names. Alright, so it's just one whole stretch of beach with complete different names. Now, I'm down in the city center and there is my route according to Google Map. Right, okay, let me just, alright, so I'm going right here. So, that's where we're going. As you can see, the steps. Right, let me see if I can minimize it so you can get to see everything. Alright, so that's currently where I am now. Alright, just have a look at that. Right, so that's the route that I'm gonna take. It says I'm gonna be there in 1 hour and 10 minutes. 1 hour 8 minutes. It will be quite nice, folks. If you see me kinda like stop and hesitating, is because I'm glancing down on the sat-nav. So just don't be alarmed. Don't think that I've lost you or you've lost me. Time for the walk is 1 hour and 8 minutes, and if I can do it, so you can, folks. So a word of caution, I don't know this city quite well. I've landed yesterday and I observed while I was walking there was a few little dodgy characters. This one was obviously a male who basically wanted my attention. Not quite sure what he was gonna do, and I just say not now, and just carry on moving on. So I may encounter these characters today. I definitely know how to look after myself, but if you're a person who rely on others to support you, then you're gonna have to deal with it yourself. I mean, I've only experienced it once, deep down in the city center when I was coming from the airport. So basically, this guy may have singled me out, and obviously I was in a crowd. and because I was in a crowd, the person didn't bother. Just not only in this country or in this city, but when you're walking in an area that you don't know quite well, make sure that you're around quite a number of people. So in the event that you get a little bit apprehended, then you can just ring the alarm. I haven't read anything worryingly about Valencia. I did read a few things about Barcelona. That's why I didn't really end up being and wanted to go to Barcelona just now. I wanted the tourist thing to cool off a little bit. But yeah, I just thought, alright, let me give another city a try. The time is right, the time is just right for it. So I chose Valencia because it seemed as if it was quite safe to do so. Okay, so anyway, that's my little rant about this Valencia and safety and everything. I believe it's quite safe, and the people seems to be okay. No one's looking at me like I'm an alien. Everybody's minding their own business, doing their own thing, multicultural. You know, it's Spain. Thinking about Spain, it does resonate with me a bit, because as a youth from Spanish Town, Jamaica, big up to all of the Spanish Town man them and woman them. I am 100% sure that Spanish Town is derived from Spain, because at some point Spain was colonized. Jamaica was colonized by Spain. So there was a link there, not a link of dedication, but I was aware of this Spain country from way back when I was a little boy. As we cruise down, folks, you know, let me just get a little, switch the camera around a bit. Alright, so you know, this channel is about the nature mixed with the hybrid. So we've got a few nature around us, some palm trees and some trees. I don't know the name, but there's some trees, maybe some wild trees. Yeah, and we appreciate that, because you know, we need to give the Creator thanks and praises for all of that stuff, you know. The nature mixed into I would say the other way around, the hybrid mixed into intertwined with the hybrid. Alright, so let's continue the walk. Let's continue this little footsteps. Let's see where we are. We are 1 hour and 2 minutes outer. So we've been walking a bit slow. I may not document the whole video because obviously I want to show you when I get there, enough battery life that when I get there it's all good. If you're a concrete European or even American, Canadian, North American, or a city person, you will find it quite easy to navigate around this city. You'll find it quite easy. Just pay attention to the green man and the red man. Just pay attention to them. when you come to junctions and traffic light. Now, look around us and look at that, folks. It's a little palm tree. And let me give you a 360-degree turn. So that's what we're talking about. A little 360-degree turn. I went to that KFC yesterday. There's a KFC right there, not too far from where I was staying, which I'm staying about 10 minutes walk from this KFC. So that's a KFC, and you know what? They're not paying me. They're not paying me, folks. So there isn't much that I need to say about them. It's all about you. If you turn up into this area of Rosafa, I believe it's Rosafa, there is a KFC down here. Alright, so let's keep it going. I saw this man just walk straight across, so I think once and folks, you gotta remember that once if you're coming from a place where they drive on the left, yeah, just be mindful that most country drive on the right. So you gotta have eyes in all over in your head. You gotta have like a 360-degree eyesight, because you may look the wrong way and they turn up the other way. This is a little neighborhood, and I'm glad that I've brought you through here, because at least you can see what it's like, not in the little poshy bits of this city. But I like the trees, I like the nature, you know what I mean? It just brings that, you know, sense of greener to the place. We got the cycle tracks. The cycle tracks completely it's completely different compared to some cycle tracks I've seen back in the UK. But I believe these cycle tracks been here for many years before they developed them in the UK. It's a part of the European touch. And folks, remember, when you're moving around cities, you gotta have, not only when you're crossing the street, have eyes in the back of your head, but you gotta look around and just observe. I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but in this day and age, it can happen anywhere. You just gotta look around to see who is around you. Here we go, the transportation. And we're crossing the street, and don't forget the green man, folks. Don't forget the green man. I see this woman walking in the cycle lane, so you can easily come off track. I like out here. Out here is not bad. Just this little stretch here I like. Something, you know, if you've ever been to some places and it reminds you of places that you've been before, you know, cities that you've been before. I tell you something, folks. Listen to the birds, you know, just moving around and enjoying it as well. Well, we don't know if they're enjoying it or they're just trying to eat each other. Because survival in the wildness, that's what survival is. You eat each other. Down there, you have a little park. Reminds me of Emancipation Park, which is a lot more. It seems like Emancipation seems a lot more nurtured for. That's the word I'm looking for. But But this is just nice, this park, and I'm gonna explore it hopefully, if I have time. We reach a junction right here. I used to be very good at Spanish when I was in school, but given the fact that I've finished school decades ago, I can't remember. I remember hombre and buenos dias, all that stuff. Buenos tardes. I mean, me being around people who speak Spanish occasionally, which I'm grateful for. So big up to all my Spanish friends, them, the one them who teach me Spanish on a few monthly basis. I must say, you remember the Bendy bus from London? Look, this is where they got it from. Folks, I'm using a new camera, so if it's showing like out of focus or whatever, too high up in the sky, or it would most likely pointed towards the sky. Just bear with me. Alright, hang on, let me just try and get an adjustment. Showcasing the greenery right out here, because you know we love the greenery. So we're going to showcase the greenery. Let's have a look. Really interesting sculpting around here as well. Really interesting. You know, folks, it's just a beautiful day. I mean, I know back in the UK, November what? We're going into the 1st of December. In 2 days time, and look at that. Look at this kind of weather, folks. So let's put it in another way, right? If you are inside the UK and you feel you haven't had a fair enough wonderful summer because you've been busy, you've been hard at work, you've been tied up with the family, the children, whatever the case may be, do not rule out the areas of the Mediterranean, because it's completely different from the areas of the North Atlantic. And you know, it's the North Atlantic and the English Channel that surrounds the British Isles, put it that way. So you can still find the time to get out and about and just enjoy some mild summer during the winter, during the UK winter. It's just 2.5 hours from London, and I'm talking about any London airport. It's 2.5 hours to get down here. And if you had booked this like maybe 3 weeks or 2 weeks in advance, and I came 2 days ago, you would still get the price below £80. Alright? So just bear that in mind, folks. You know, it's all about enjoying the life and all that stuff. But I mean, this channel is about the naturality, and we as people are nature and natural. Now look on these oranges, and I've seen these in Portugal. I don't know if they're edible, but I don't see anyone jumping on the trees and ripping them off like in some areas of the world. So I can't say. I really can't say. I'm gonna have to dig around in case they are just wild oranges. But folks, do not deny yourself some quality time, some time to yourself, some time to some time to just relax, enjoy the nature, enjoy everything that there is for you to enjoy it. You know, it's what it's all about, man. And I believe that if you work too hard, you also should play at a reasonable level. That's what I mean. At a reasonable level, enough to be enjoying yourself, because life is to enjoy. That's all I have to say about that part. It is to enjoy. Big up yourself. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to see whenever I upload some stuff, because I don't only upload stuff for myself. I upload stuff, footages, so that you can be informed as well, to entertain you as well, of course, and also to give you a little bit of knowledge as to what you can do and where you can go. Like I said, I was going to the beach today. I'm still going to the beach. I don't want to sidetrack myself. With the winter, I know that with the winter, the days are short, so I gotta make use of the timing. By about 4 p.m. I know that the sun is basically on its way down. So like I said, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, folks. But look at this beautiful tree. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Right, so we're off to one of the most important places. I got 57 minutes to get to the beach. So let us follow my let me see. Can you see, folks? The sun is, I mean, oh God, others will envy me, but I tell you what, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have made it my point of duty to get out and do what I want to do and what I'm supposed to do. The sun is here, and it's the ending of November, and the sun is here, folks. The sun is here. And currently I'm at a large roundabout. If I could say the name of the roundabout, then I would be happy. That would make my day. But Avenue de les Baleares, I mean, it doesn't, the pronunciation is just not English standard. The pronunciation is typical Spanish. So I know in Spanish the R must be r, r. You gotta roll the tongue. Sorry, I got a gentleman behind me. Like I said, folks, let us go. So we're gonna walk across this roundabout, and we're gonna cut across and move over onto the other side. Look at that sculpture in the midst of the roundabout. You see that? I don't know. I really don't know the meaning behind it, so I'm not gonna say something and boy, somebody say, actually no, it's not what you think. Alright, so the red man is still red. Hopefully I can cross anyway. Wow, look at this tree. Look at that tree. That tree is just something else. Must be a very, very old tree, man. Look at that. That's like grandpa tree, grandfather tree. Yes, folks, live and direct here in Valencia, the wonderful city of Spain. I think it's the third largest city in Spain. So we are in Spain, where the language is el español. So, buenos tardes, ¿cómo estás? Bien, gracias. Okay, we're going down to the beach, so let me not get too excited, because you know I get excited when I talk about the beach. Alright, so let's go, folks, let's go. Here we go. We have 55 minutes at my pace of walking, 55 minutes. So I'm gonna walk a little bit slow. I'm outside of the city center. I'm still in the city, but I'm not in the depths of the city center where there's a lot going on. Some of these cyclists, motorists, they probably moving towards the city center. Well, who wants to go in the city center? But today being a Saturday, people might be out or taking the day to do a bit of shopping, because for most it's one of the most important day of the week to most this Saturday, because it is what it is, shopping. And who doesn't love shopping? Well, men. Other than that, everybody else loves shopping. The women and also the kids. They all love the shopping. So, I think folks, bear with me. If my footage is all over the place, bear with me, folks. I'm using a different camera compared to the camera that I normally use. So bear with me. Along this route, I can see some coffee shops, and they call the what do you call it? They call the corner shops. They call the corner shops, folks, tobacco shops. Alright, maybe because there's a lot of tobacco. I didn't know that tobacco is Spanish. I'm sure tobacco is Spanish. But just look across the road, because I'm just walking down one stretch and I'm not showcasing what's going on around me. I'm hoping that I'll get some better footage at some point, like some real better footage at some point. In terms of camera angle, folks, camera angle. Nevertheless, I will still put this footage out, regardless if it's shot good or if it don't shot good. I'm still gonna put it out. One of the interesting things that I like is the fact that the palm trees, and I've had this discussion with a few friends of mine. The palm trees are just something else. The palm tree does quite a lot to the human therapeutic mind. It just so calming, and it just feels so just to even to look at one palm tree. Look at that one to the right. The only thing is they look dried out compared to the ones in some different countries. But that could be a different species of palm tree. You know? Alright, let's have a look down the road, folks. Let's look down. Let's look down there. That is just lovely. Look at the sun. Look at that, folks. The 29th of November. And look what's going on. 2.5 hours. Look at that long bendy bus going through. Bloody hell, it reminds me of London. Well, in the 2012 probably, when they introduced those long buses to the streets of London. Look, let me just say something. It's not too late to come to Valencia. You can even come down in December. Alright, just catch that green man over there and keep your eyes open as you cross, and let's look to the left. Let's look to the right. Boy! Some of these areas even remind me of New York as well. I know New York Street is a little bit wider, but yeah, I like it. I like it. Just giving you a 180-degree turn from the junction, and let us look to the right. That's where the bicycles they're gonna come from, the cyclists. And they're gonna come all the way down here. So folks, remember, when you reach, you're not looking to the left, you're looking to the right. Now I wanna send out a big respect to the Spaniards them. I wanna big up on yourself if there's any Spaniards that's watching my videos. I am in your territory, all for a beautiful, pleasurable cause. So I want to extend my warm blessings and greetings to you. First time in Spain. Hopefully it won't be the last. Londoners, look at your bendy bus. A bus of the past. Look at that. This is where it is. You remember that? Just one of them on a British bus stop would cause chaos with the traffic. Just one of that. Never mind two of them. Chaos stretches all the way back. London roads weren't designed for that type of bus. Big up to the motorcyclists them as well. This is what? This looks like a BMW GS. Alright, so everybody get a big up. You have cash point along the way. You wanna take out a little thing? You do your thing. So I got 49 minutes to go, folks. I've been walking quite slow because I actually wanted to showcase this much more at a kind of reasonable pace and not just jump through and hype myself up, because you know occasionally I can get a bit hyper. So that's a supermarket. They're not paying me, so I'm not gonna waffle on how good it is or whatever. But if you stay in this area, these are some of the outlets them that you can probably tap into your Google. Well, you know what? It's not even Google anymore, folks. It's more likely Chat GPT. You get a little 2 minutes in it. You get a little 10 second. Like I said, big up to the motorcyclists them because you don't know. Yeah, man. So, there you are. There you are, folks. And just as we move along, just look what's going on. You know, and what makes the city so cool is the palm trees them. Like I said, what makes the city so cool, you have the nature folks interacting with the hybrid, you know. And guess what, trees have life as well. Yeah, you didn't know, did you? Because we're not paying attention. Did you know that they can talk to each other? Oh, you think a joke? Anything of life have feelings. Alright? So just be mindful of that. So can you imagine? So along the way, along the route, you have some cafeterias and railway and all that stuff. Don't don't watch my railway. It's just a expression. A language of expression has no meaning, folks. For those of you who don't understand English. Right. So we got the little red man right here. So I'm gonna let this car drive past and I'm gonna just cheat it and walk past while it's on the red. Like I said, don't try this at home because boy, right, let's cross over here. That sign over there said 21 degrees. Let's see if I can walk down the side here, folks, and look, people ain't just sit down enjoying themselves, folks. I don't want to push the camera in their face, so that was just a quick one. They're just enjoying themselves. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, folks. You work hard and it's like you just have no time for yourself. You got no time to meet up with people, meet up with friends and loved ones, even the enemy, because sometimes the enemy even miss you as well. So, you know, we need to kind of like take care of ourselves, folks. I know we have some people out there who are like heavy duty workaholic, but when you're gone, you're gonna be replaced anyway. Because company want to make profit, isn't it? They still want to make them profit. You bring in the profit, you're done 50, 60 years assisting, being multiple time employee of the year, all that stuff. You could be in an executive position. The fact remain, the fact remain that you're still gonna be replaced, especially when you start bringing in the profits. So take some time out for yourself, my friends. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy this creation. We don't know if we're gonna ever see this creation any more once we move on in life. Sorry folks if you can hear me with my nostrils. It's you know, when you move between hot and cold, a cold country, and then suddenly you end up in a warm country, and then you realize that your body have to make the subtle changes. That's what it's about. So I'm gonna cross, according to my little GPS thing, I'm gonna make a cross through here, and then I am gonna go down, and I got 44 minutes left of this, where I will encounter the beach. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of cut it short right here, save a little bit more time for extended time, that when I get there I'm able to show you some more. But before I cut across, right, this cross right here, folks, and look down there, that is just lovely, isn't it? Look at the sun. You see, I would have been looking left expecting the vehicles coming from the left, but it's not really left. You look right expecting the vehicles coming from right. Actually, I need to cut across. So I'm not in the depths of the city center anymore. I'm outside a little bit, maybe about half a mile, 3/4 miles, or even 1 mile out of the city center itself. Obviously, I will take you down into the city center later on or tomorrow. But right now, I want you to look on that array of palm trees all the way down there. Actually, let me get into the middle and just show you how they all line up. So these were purposely planted for that. Here we are. This is where we are, folks. I like the architecture around here. It's just the old and the new mixed together. I know there's an old town. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to the old town, but I know there is an old town. I might even be in the old town. Alright. So I'm walking on the right hand side of the street. There's two sides of the street. Over to the left there, that is the side going towards me, behind me. So, and this one in front of me, we're going ahead, straight ahead. So like I said, they drive, they use the right hand side to go down. No, I'm wrong. Not down, but they drive on the right. Let's put it that way so I don't confuse anyone. I've got 41 minutes to go, folks. But this is what the general outline of the streets inside Valencia look like. There are some other streets that are smaller inside the city center, just like inside most city center, and there are some parts that are like wider. I would probably think that it's just like the A and the B roads in various communities. Right? And look, it's no different. You see, look, you got people hanging their clothes outside. Look, it's no different. So it's no posh to anything. It's just is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Down here, as you can see, down here is a bit quieter. And Sometimes you like a little bit of peace and tranquility because that makes you feel at ease, at calmness, and appreciate life on a whole. And look, probably social housing to the left, but look at this, how the people them park. Look at this. You think you could park like this crosser? Huh? Look, with your bumper over the pedestrian. My. Such a beauty. Such a beauty. Anyway, I'm going to focus on the street folks. And I've also got myself a nice bit of walking out of this. You know what that reminds me of? Having this walk reminds me of Barry's walking exercise for your health. If any of you are into walking, love walking, it doesn't matter where in the world you're from, and you love walking, that man's channel will give you motivation to start walk. And you know what? It's amazing what walking can do. It can lower your blood pressure. It can lower your sugar, especially if you eat a high carbs meal or high. You got two types of carbs. You got the complex carbs as well, and you got the simple carbs. The simple carbs are the most dangerous ones, right? But I'm not encouraging you to indulge. But if you feel that you want to do something about it, as soon as you finish eating, you go out and have at least a 10 minutes walk, and that can contribute to keeping it stable, and quite frequent movement will also help to lower your levels, your sugar levels. All right, folks. So I'm gonna just continue, and I'll catch you when we're very, very close. Yes, folks, what we've been waiting for. It's been a long, long time, folks. We're down by the beach. Here we are, folks. Valencia. Trip to the beach, folks. Valencia. Everyone is just enjoying themselves today. I've finally made it, folks. What I've always seen out there on the photographs. The water is cold, but the temperature, inland temperature, is cold. Well, it has a chill to it, folks, so and as you can see, everybody is enjoying themselves. And it's just a wonderful time. Wonderful scenic scenery. It's the place to be. It's the place to be, folks. So I'm gonna have a walk down to the right down on the edge. Hopefully I won't drench myself, my foot in sand. And then I'm gonna have a walk back and have something to eat or to drink. To the right there's a bit of construction, loads of cranes over there. Well, those look like not even construction, but I haven't checked that out as yet. Anyway folks, let's have a little walk down there, see what we can discover at the beach. The sun is shining, the palm trees are out, the palm trees are swaying. The sun is literally out, but the temperature from the sea is it's got a chill. It's got a bit of a chill that would make you want to put on a extra jacket. But it's all good folks. No one's swimming in there, but the fact that they're right alongside it means they are appreciating it. And that's what it's all about folks, appreciating the nature that's given to us by the Creator. I've said it more than once, and I mean it folks, I mean it. Just being right out here means a lot to one. No one's swimming in it because obviously it could be cold, but you know what folks, the good thing is that along with the palm trees, everybody is doing well. Welcome folks, welcome. This is Spain, the Spanish coast. I like what I see. I can hear the wind mingling with the waves, you know, and it's all a good, you know, it's all good to be accepting because part of the nature. Yes man, it is part of the nature. That's what we're talking about folks. We're talking about accepting the nature, accepting life, because that there folks is life. That there, that with this is life. We go together. We are created by the same force, same energy. Of course, that's what we're created by. And we should accept it folks, because it is natural. It's not hybrid. That there is not hybrid. It's beautiful. You know what I mean? Absolutely folks. So just look straight across the ocean. Tell me what you see. This connection out there. There's another land out there folks. And we must be proud to have this. Because if we didn't have this, me wouldn't be here. And you watching this wouldn't be here. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Just look at that. Just take that in. And just look out there. Oh my. Oh my.